Greetings, my movie ghouls. Welcome back to our Halloween countdown 31 Days of Horror. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek, and tonight we watched The Devil Below. Another film set in the Apatchalan area. This time, the Apatchalan Trail, sorry. This time, it's a whole town that has gone missing. A group of scientists are on the search for a mining town or a drilling town that went missing in the 70s. Went missing? How can a town go missing? But it just disappeared off the maps. So they go out there and they find a little town. They ask about this missing town and they're told to leave by some strange people. Obviously, it's got those horror tropes, hasn't it? Turn back now before you die. And but they don't listen. And they find a track that takes them to a fenced area. And behind the fenced area is the town. It's quite a good film, this. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I was really tired when we watched this. So
I think I was tired
I nodded
as well.
a couple of times, but not from being bored. Yeah, it was quite a different film. Reminded me a bit of The Descent.
Yes, I thought that too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that in this, actually.
But the guy in it, is it Will Patton, who's out of Armageddon? I really like him, actually. He was in it, but he wasn't in it loads.
No.
And it's kind of started with him at the beginning and his son. I thought they were mining for coal, like coal miners. And
that was the cover story.
They were sort of talking, him and his son, and he was on about he's going to have to let someone go because they weren't pulling the weight. And his son was like, "Oh, give him a break, Dad," type of thing. Get her down, she's getting a fur ball.
Oh.
He literally goes, "Right, you go back for your tools." And his son literally walks around the corner and you hear him sort of being dragged, screaming,
away.
But then all of a sudden he's like really far away. And then his dad is sort of knocked out, and then it sort of jumps to present day and a lass who looks like Lara Croft.
It's basically Lara Croft.
It's just Lara Croft, hair, pants, knife in the... and she's been recruited by some like scientific research team. So it's the guy out of West Wing, isn't it?
No,
not West Wing.
Designated Survivor. Aidan Canto.
Yeah, and he has got sort of a small team together, like different scientists, and she's there sort of as a tracker.
She's a guide.
And, she sort of can find places.
She's supposed to have like gone all over the world, so like climbed mountains, taken people up there, and so she is supposed to be like a Lara Croft type who is able to do anything. And there's a scene where they're being chased out of the town, and she notices that the car slows down, and she's like, okay, so she hides, and he said, "What are you doing?" "Well, they wanted us out, but they slowed down at the point where they wanted us past." So she knows that that's where they need to go.
That's where we need to go because they blocked it off and waited for us to get past that point.
So it's a good way of showing.
So she's quite a smart lass.
How she works,
Yeah, she's like almost like a survivalist, but come tracker, whatever. They get over this fence. They all go in. Eventually, we won't go into it all, but they eventually get to, because again, this is a bit of a newer one, isn't it? 2021.
It's 2021, but I don't think, I think if we put a spoiler warning, I think we can talk about, because it's right at the beginning, what happens. So, spoilers.
So they find this village that was a village, and actually it wasn't, and he knew that, the guy of Designated Survivor. They were actually digging because it happened in Russia, they call it the hellhole.
Yeah.
And they dug like 8 miles down in Russia. They wanted to dig as deep as anyone had ever dug before. And they sent recording equipment and cameras.
And they could hear.
And they picked something up. And I think that's true, that, because I think I've read about that.
Yeah. It's not the one that's on fire, is it?
No,
There's a hole that's on fire,
that's in Virginia, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been on fire for years. Anyway, but so America wanted to also do that because Russia had done it, and it was like a secret project of drilling down as far as they could go. But I think there was a big sinkhole as well, and then they let something out.
Something got out
of the hole, and then this town basically was wiped off the map because they've turned into, everybody who lived there, their descendants are defending it, and they're keeping this thing in.
So it's
you can't
almost
get
like
out.
they haven't told anyone else. They've just removed themselves from maps, so all the surrounding towns
Nobody
keep
will
the
go
secret,
there.
and they're all blocked up with electric fences. There's like sinkholes appearing, and they're all covered up with grates that are also electrified, and these things are trying to get out. And it's quite a nice little concept. It's interesting to see. It's almost I don't know, like another like Predator or top of the food chain type species that could probably wipe us off the earth
Yeah.
are there, and these guys are just keeping them all in check.
Yeah, and they're almost what you'd expect them to be. They're a little bit like Luke, the Luke man out of
Yeah, the
X-Files,
Fluke Man, yeah,
the
yeah.
Fluke man. But also the Descent, because they can't see. They rely on, well, they can see, but they rely on the
Sound,
hearing,
yeah.
because obviously they're down in the depths of caves and things. But then there's like a queen and all
There's
the
an
rest
image
of it.
like,
There's
yeah,
lots and lots
it's
of
almost
different
like
things.
Aliens, where
Yeah.
they find a xenomorph queen, and it's a similar sort of thing, but it's almost in the scene where they do see the queen. It's one of those where the shot is obscured because
Yeah, they've been poisoned.
yeah, we're
haven't
seeing
they?
it from
Paralytic.
their point of view, so they're
Yeah.
they're paralyzed,
Yeah.
and it's all blurry, but that's probably because of budget constraints,
Yeah.
because they can't do the full thing. But it didn't look too bad.
It was an alright film. It wasn't amazing, but
No.
I think, like you say, for budget wise, it was alright, and it kept you on your seat a bit. I was knackered for a different reason, but yeah, I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.
3.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. It was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it was left open ended as well, so I don't know if it would have a sequel, but it seemed to hint at something more following on.
Yeah.
There's quite, because like nothing, they do something in it that it's almost like the humans almost win, but it's almost like, no, it's a stalemate, and more is going to come, but I don't think it would have a sequel.
No, I think it'd be difficult to get a sequel. They might do.
Yeah,
don't
maybe.
know. But it was again. I think it was an alright watch.
Was this on Netflix?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's on Netflix if you so inclined to watch it. I enjoyed it. What did I say? I'd give it
3.
3. Yeah, 3 pumpkins. I don't know. I'm tired too. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night for another film. Maybe a little bit older. We'll go into a bit of spoilers. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified every time we release a video, which is every day in the month of October. Thank you for watching, everybody, and sleep tight.
Bye.